Hi guys, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I want to review for you guys a movie I just saw called Patriots Day. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a like rating. Alright, so I finally went out and I saw Patriots Day. I had seen the trailer for this maybe once or twice, and I remember kind of reading about it, that Wahlberg was going to be in it, and it's going to be about the Boston marathon bombings. And I thought it sounded, of course, really interesting. A lot of times with my work schedule, I don't really see the news very often. Plus, I don't watch a lot of just regular TV. So I remember kind of reading about it in the paper, and so I knew some of the details. And I feel like kind of as a society, we've really become kind of numb to the violence, because it seems like just, anymore it's just violence everywhere all the time. And for me, and I'm sure for you guys too, it's really hard to understand how people can come to a point in their life where they feel like hurting and killing people is a good thing. It's obviously not a good thing, but anyways, I don't want to get into that kind of stuff too much. So I did enjoy this movie. Let me kind of talk about it, and then I'll just discuss what I did or didn't like. So as I said, Mark Wahlberg, and this movie covers shortly before the bombing to basically when they catch the guys, which, spoiler, I hope not, because it was in the news, So Mark Wahlberg's character, he's a cop. I don't know if he was a detective or what, but he had roughed up another cop or something, and he got temporarily demoted to I don't know. So he went from wearing a suit to a police uniform, and he was upset about it, and he felt like they were kind of giving him the shit jobs as punishment or whatever. So he messed up his knee, and he's kind of in pain a lot. And so his last job at the bottom of the totem pole is he's covering the finish line of the Boston Marathon. So while this is going on, there's these two guys, and they don't really get into it too much, but they've basically decided that they're gonna bomb the marathon, and they create some homemade explosives. And so it kind of covers, and they also do some stories a little bit of the people who are there, to kind of get you invested in the people who are there. There's a couple, there's a guy and his son. That might have been it. They're there, everything's going on, the bombs go off, and everything, just goes to mayhem. And really, some of that stuff is really hard to watch. It's not superly over gory or anything. There's a lot of blood, there's a lot of cuts, and people in pain. And for me, at least, that stuff is hard to watch. When you're watching a movie like, say, Saw, where it's all fictional, you kind of become detached. But when this is a real thing that really happened, it's much harder to watch. So then I would say the majority of the movie really covers the investigation and trying to find whoever's responsible. The FBI comes in, and Kevin Bacon actually is kind of like the head guy. John Goodman's the police commissioner or something, and they're all kind of working together, and they're trying to figure out what happened. They're covering all the video cameras and all that kind of stuff, and then they eventually figure out who they are, and they're trying to catch them and find them. And so yeah, that's the basics of the movie. If you watch the news at all or read the newspaper, you kind of know what happened. So I don't think that's really spoiling the movie. So what I didn't like really was, I think they should have maybe gone a little more into those, I don't remember their names, the two guys, because they really don't go over any kind of motive or what happened in their past or anything. It's kind of, I don't know. I think they should have done a little more, maybe to help us at least get some sort of understanding of why you would do something like this. But what I did like, and Mark Wahlberg was great in this movie. It's really great. I think they did a really good job telling the story, and I think this was a great movie, and it's definitely worth checking out. Like I said, some of it's really hard to watch, and the movie is really sad. and but I definitely liked it. I'll definitely be picking this one up when it comes out. So for a score on this one, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. It was a really good one, guys. I think it's definitely something you guys should check out. And remember, if you enjoyed the review, to give it a thumbs up. Helps support the channel, helps the video get seen by more people. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. Check out the suggested videos, and I'll see you guys next time.